Hello coders, today we are going to solve another Leetcode daily challenge and the question name is number of ways to form a target string given a dictionary. So in this question, we have been given with one array of strings and we have to form one target string using this array of strings, and this one condition that if we have used one of the indexes from any of these strings, then we cannot go back to its previous index to form a current target. So we have to keep that in mind, and we can use the indexes that are after that particular index that we have used. So let's see what we can do. So I have created this first example in a whiteboard. A So I have written down this in a form of a tabular form. So this is the first string A C C A. The second string was B B B B, and second string was C A C A. So we can write it down in the form of uh, uh, 2D matrix. And here, if we have to create answer, let's create a valid answer for one of our cases. So we have to form a target ABA, right? So if we'll go the first column, we can choose this A, right? Now after that, if we have used this A, we cannot use this column. That's the column 0 1 2 3. We cannot use this zeroth column. We have to use these of these columns 1 2 and 3. So here we can pick, we have made this A, we have to now make B. So here we can choose this B, right? That's the second thing we can do. Now at the second column, we have to choose A, but A is not there, so we can skip this column. Okay, so we can go and pick this A. So this will form our target. And another way is A, B, and then not including this B, we can take this B and we can take this A. These are the ways how we can create this final answer. So let us understand how we'll make this using a dynamic programming, because if you'll try to make all the possible combination, it will get really. So okay, before doing this, we have to first make a frequency array. We have to map one frequency in a form of 2D array. And here what we are going to map here is, the first thing is particular character, and the second thing is uh, we are going to uh, calculate the frequency of a particular character for a particular column. Okay, so first in the first example, we are at this zeroth column. Okay, this is the zeroth column. We have to count the frequency of all the character. The frequency of A in this column is 0, and B is 1, and C is 1. No, it's 1. Okay, so same goes for the first column. We have to map all the frequencies for all the columns, because at a particular stage, suppose we are standing here right at B, and we want to know like how many B's are there in this column. Okay, so we can directly calculate using this frequency array that we will map before our DP. Okay, now we have to create one DP, and the DP will go like DP of length and column. So what this DP is denoting? This is denoting our answer for a particular length, and we have used only this column. I mean the leftmost columns from this column. Okay, so we have to finally give answer for our DP dot final length and the final column, the total length and the total column. So let's see what will be the states of our DP. Okay, how we are going to transition from one state to another state. Suppose we are currently it is representing the length and the column. Okay, so let us suppose we want for the zeroth length, what will be the answer? Zeroth length and 0 column. So we want to make an answer of length 0. Okay, so this is target, and we want to form an answer for zeroth length of this target. Okay, This length is all about the target length. So if we have the zeroth length means an empty string we have to make, okay, and the column we have to use zero column. We do not have to use any of the columns here. So if we are not using any column here, that means we can use we can make a empty string for just one way by putting it nothing here, right? So this will be one. Okay, so the dp00 will give us 1 because we have to make an empty string. That there's only one way that we are not going to put anything. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the next thing is, what will be the other dp states? Dp length of to 0. Okay, this will be always 0. Why? Because we have to make some string. Okay, so we have to make a, but we do not have to use any of the column value. Okay, that is giving 0, so we cannot make it, right? So that's the 0. Then again, if length was 1, okay, so for the length 2, which is we have to make ab, but we do not have to use any of the columns, so we will put 0 here. Again, if we have to make ABC, the length is ABA, length is 2, and we have to, the length is 3, and we have to not use any of the column, which is zeros column, so we cannot create it. So that's the DP initial state that we can populate. Now let's go for the transitions that we can make in this DP. So if we are at the state DP length and column. So if we want to move to the next column, is this dp length, what it is representing is, it is representing a answer for a prefix of our answer for this length. Okay, suppose the target was a. Okay, so this dp length is saying if we are at a particular index a particular index 1, this is just a length, not a index. Okay, so we are at the length 1, and we have used the column only. Column is from the input strings that we have given. We have used only zeroth column. Okay, so this is representing the state, and we want to make the answer for the next state. Okay, so how we can go from this state length to column to the next state is, we need to know. Suppose I'll go up a bit. Okay, so if we want to make, let's see, for the zeroth column, we know that there is only one a here, right? Know there is only one a, so there is only one way we can make our prefix, okay, for the next answer, right? For the In order to go to the next index, we know there is only one way, because the frequency of that particular index, okay, of this particular index of the target, because the target was the length of target was a. Okay, first of all, what we need to check is, we need to check the target length, like what is the character here, and this character is a, and do we want to add this particular character or not? Okay, either we want to add this particular character, uh, we can add this particular character, right? And we can use this length, so this will be used. Okay, if we want to add something to our prefix that is already made, and we want, either we can add this particular target length character, right? So we can either add that or we can skip that. Okay, there are two possibilities, or skip that thing. So if we will add this particular character, so the dp's next state will become dp length plus 1, right? We have added something in our answer, okay, the prefix that we are making. So the next state will be dp plus length plus 1, and column will also increase if we have used the particular column that we are standing at right now. If we have used So if we have used this length we have utilized, so the column will also increase, right? Because we cannot use this particular column that we have currently used. So that's the first state of DP, that if we are standing at a DP length column, then we can either go, we can add that particular character to this, and the length will increase and the column will also increase, because we cannot now reuse that column. And the second thing is, we do not add particular any index at a particular length. Okay, so if we want, we can skip for the particular uh, index. We do not want to add this. Suppose we are at this A, and here we do not want to add any B here, right? So we can directly go to the next column without increasing the length. We have not increased the length of our answer because it is at a particular length. So this length will remain same of our answer, but we'll move to the next column. So these are the two states. Either we'll take that particular character and we'll increase the length as well as the column, or if we'll not take the particular character, the length will remain same and we'll move to the next column. So these are the two state. And now what is the I mean, we have to check one more thing here. Let me just let me just move to the right here. Here what we have to check, like how what are the number of ways we can do this. Okay, so if we are adding something at particular length, right, we are, so what is the number of ways we can add this? So we have to multiply the frequency that we have, right, for that particular character. So this is our target length. Okay, this is our target dot length. Oh, so this is our target length, and we have to add one more character here, right, for a particular, for this column. So this is the, this is what we have to multiply, right, and we have to add it to our current state that we were at, dp length and column. So I hope this is clear that why we are multiplying this frequency, because this is the number of ways, right? Like if we have three characters, right, available to add. Suppose there we have to, the current character that we have to add is A, and we have three character available for at that particular column, and already we have two two answers, right, prefix, right? So the prefix was 2. So there are, the next number of combination are 6, right? Because for this particular one we have 3, then at second answer we have 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6, right? Which is multiplication of these two things to the existing answer. So if we will add a particular character from this length, then we have to multiply its frequency. And if we are not adding it, right, we are just skipping it, so we do not need to do anything. What we'll do, we'll just add the current state, the current answer, right, dp length and column. So these are the two states of dp that will maintain to form our final answer. So let's code this. So first of all, we will calculate the target dot length, and this is a string, and it will be our target length. So the target length is target dot length. Now int word length, length of each word. The word are of the exactly same length, right? There are four words. There are four words. I mean, the word is of length 4 here, equally distributed they are. So word dot length, what will be? What it will be? It will be words. We'll pick the 0th index word and we'll calculate its length, because all of them are of same length. So we have the length of target and we have the word length as well. Now we have to first calculate the frequency of a particular character at a particular column. Okay, so we'll create this frequency array, new int, and uh this will be of our main the characters. First of all, we have 26 characters, right? And we have the second thing is the number of columns. So columns will be equals to this length. Okay, so there are four columns that are possible, right? Here if you'll see, uh, let me just show you. Here we have, so here you can see we have four column, right? And this is because the number of the length of our given strings, right? So this will be always equals to the word dot length. So we have to calculate the frequency of each characters for a particular column here. So we have made this, and how we'll calculate this? We'll start a for loop, and we'll go at every column which is 0 to word dot length, and in the second loop we have to get every string index at a particular at this column. Okay, right? For every string, so for every string we have to get each string in our words, and we have to update the frequency at which character we have to as dot char at column is ith, right? At this character we have to update the frequency of this column. Okay, the so now we have updated this frequency. Now what we have to do, we have to make a dp. So we have a dp, 2d dp, and what will be the length of this dp? It will be target target length plus 1 and word length plus 1. And the first step was the zeroth value of this dp will be 1, because if we can always make an empty string, right? And the default value of array is 0, so we are not filling the first column, which will also be 0, right? So now we will traverse this dp, we'll traverse from this 0 to target length, and I'll not name it as I because that will be confusing. Okay, this was the length, right? We have the dp of length and column. Okay, so let's name it as length, and the second thing was column. Int column will start from 0 and it will go up to word dot length. And why I have done this equals to sign here, and why I'm doing this less than sign here, I'll explain it to you later. And we'll do column plus plus. Okay, so there's one more condition here. We have to check if the length that we are at should be less than target dot length, because if we have reached the target length, then we have made our answer. We do not need to consider any of the column, right? We'll just move forward, right? We do not need any character from that particular length if we have completed it. So if it is less than, then actually we have the target length stored already, which is target dot length. So it was target length. So if it is less than that, so what was the dp state that we have? We can create, we can go from length plus 1, right, and the column plus 1, and what will be the answer here? I've told you that we need to get the frequency at particular length, right? So we'll need to get the frequency at a particular length. So that will be frequency from this target dot we have to get the frequency here. If I'll show you, uh, not moving to the right. Okay, here you can see we have to multiply. We have to multiply this frequency, right? We have to multiply this frequency with this dp dot length, the existing answer, right? Target length. So we have to get that what was the frequency at this length, right? Frequency of character. Target dot char at length minus 97. Here we have to do minus 97 as well, because that's from the form of 0, and this will be our column, and we have to multiply it with dp dp, what was the current state? It is length and column. So I hope this is the first state that is quite clear right now. Now what will be the second state here? Second thing is, we are not going to add the length, we'll just move to the next column, and that will be just, we do not need to add anything, that will be the previous answer. And at the end we'll just return the dp target length and word length. So let's try to run it. It is giving us some okay, so here not dot, we do not have to use, we have pre-calculated the value, right? And here, okay, it was column. We're getting some wrong answers. Okay, so not we have not actually used the modulus thing here, because the answer can be very big and we have to mod it by 10 to the 9 plus 7. So what I'll do, I'll make one mod here, and it will be 1e9 plus 7, and we have to typecast it into int. And one more thing we can do, we can make this dp too long instead of int, because at some point of time we might exceed the integer limit, so it's better to keep it long and return the answer in integer, and moduling it always by our mod, right? So this is good, I guess. Here we have to just mod it by mod, and here also we'll mod it. and at the final answer we will also mod it and return the int value. So we'll convert it into int and we'll mod it by k. I mean the mod. Now let's try to run it. So here are some compilation error. Okay, so we have to make this as long also. Now it's working fine. So let me just go through it again. So what we have done, we have made one frequency array which is telling us the frequency of a particular character at a particular column, right? So we are going at each column, we are taking all the strings, and for that particular column we are updating its frequency. That's the first thing that we have done. The second thing is we have created a DP, and at DP the zeroth state will be 1, because if we can always make an empty string, right? This is one way to make it. Now we have started it from 0, the length, because we have to create for the total length of our target, right? And we have to consider these columns, right? This is our DP state. So how this DP state is going to get updated, we will calculate the frequency for at that particular length, what was the frequency for the particular character, and we will multiply it with the current answer, and we will update the next state accordingly, right? We want to add that particular character of our target. So what is the possible number of ways that we'll calculate his frequency for that particular column, and we will update it. Now the second thing is we do not want to add that particular particular character at this column only. So we'll update the next, we'll go to the next column, and the length will remain same, right? The answer we are making, the length will remain same because we are not adding anything, and we'll move to the next column. So the answer will be the previous state only. We'll add that, and at the final step we'll return the target length and the word length, because that is the length we are making, right? And for that, the column that we can use at maximum would be the last column, right? So I hope this is clear. Let me just submit it. So it's working fine. I hope you guys have understood this question, the solution of this question. If you guys like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching.